Alright, sweeties, now let's practice one more time. But this time, the letter name, the sound, and one of the vocabulary, okay? We're gonna sing a song, alright? So get ready. The A says A. The A says A. Every letter makes a sound. The A says A. Apple. The B says B. The B says B. Every letter makes a sound. The B says B. Butterfly. The C says K. The C says K. Every letter makes a sound. The C says K. Caterpillar. The D says D. The D says D. Every letter makes a sound. The D says D. Duck. The E says E. The E says E. Every letter makes a sound. The E says E. Elephant. The F says F. The F says F. Every letter makes a sound. The F says F. Fish. The G says G. The G says G. Every letter makes a sound. The G says G. Giraffe. The H says H. The H says H. Every letter makes a sound. The H says H. Heart. The I says E. The I says E. Every letter makes a sound. The I says E. Igloo. The J says J. The J says J. Every letter makes a sound. The J says J. Jug. The K says K. The K says K. Every letter makes a sound. The K says K. Kite. The L says L. The L says L. Every letter makes a sound. The L says L. Lion. The M says M. The M says M. Every letter makes a sound. The M says M. Mouse. The N says N. The N says N. Every letter makes a sound. The N says N. Nose. The O says O. The O says O. Every letter makes a sound. The O says O. Octopus. The P says P. The P says P. Every letter makes a sound. The P says P. Pumpkin. The Q says Qu. The Q says Qu. Every letter makes a sound. The Q says Qu. Queen. The R says R. The R says R. Every letter makes a sound. The R says R. Rainbow. The S says S. The S says S. Every letter makes a sound. The S says S. Sun. The T says T. The T says T. Every letter makes a sound. The T says T. Tissue. The U says Ah. The U says Ah. Every letter makes a sound. The U says Ah. Umbrella. The V says V. The V says V. Every letter makes a sound. The V says V. Violin. The W says W. The W says W. Every letter makes a sound. The W says W. Watermelon. The X says X. The X says X. Every letter makes a sound. The X says X. X-ray. The Y says yeah. The Y says yeah. Every letter makes a sound. The Y says yeah. Yogurt. The Z says Z. The Z says Z. Every letter makes a sound. The Z says Z. Zebra. There you go. Good job, sweeties.